WhatsApp group discussing legislation. And you see the level of sycophancy, them saying, we are here to do your work. Yes, boss, we are doing the right work. And one wonders, this level of dilution of the legislative process, is it something we can recover from?
Well, it is very hard because, you see, if there was any special task that President Ruto has acquired, is destruction of institutions in a way that no institution is able to work independently and therefore provide what we call the normal balances, checks and balances. I say so given the fact that even in appointing this multi-agency team, he excluded a very critical part of our society, which would have been almost like the moral radar for us to accept. I would have expected religious groups to be involved. I would have expected law society to be involved. I would have expected even people from the academia and people, men and women, whose credentials are beyond reproach, for it to be something independent from the normal executive involvement. Remember, all these agencies that he mentioned, whether it's anti-corruption, whether it is asset recovery authority, whether it is KRA, whether it is the office of the DPP, whether it is the NIS, all those are individuals whose jobs they serve at the pleasure of the president. Whether there is tenure of office or not, they all serve under the pleasure of the president and is the appointing authority at that particular level. This therefore means whatever is happening is just pushing movement of chairs. The second issue that I found a bit obnoxious is the utterances by Moses Wetangula, when he said that he knows some of the members of parliament, he's been getting reports. What has he been doing as a speaker? Because he is an authority, he has authority to be able to call in a member, advise him, and I was happy with Kingi because Kingi at least said he has not gotten any information to that level. But you can see Wetangula was playing the sycophancy card and therefore almost making himself exposed and exposing members of parliament unnecessarily. What Meshaka said is very true. We cannot say all members of parliament are rotten, and we cannot say all members of parliament are blameless. It's only the style that matters in this particular case. This therefore means that President Ruto needs to do slightly more. He should allow institutions to operate, whether it is anti-corruption, let them do the job, the investigation. Let DCI do the job. Let Office of the Public Prosecutor prosecute the cases and dispassionately and without any interference from State House. But if he's going to have selective justice, it is just for his normal clearing the way for 2027. Otherwise, I don't believe the story up to now that is a genuine concern. And the way I was telling you last week, unfortunately we lost the game that I was actually anticipating that we'll be able to move to the next round. As we were doling out some money to our players here because it was good for public discourse, our girls in Thailand were almost going on strike and they lost heavily yesterday. Now, this is Africa. The other one is international, involving all the continents of the world. It shows the pretense and our selective memory to remember things that can give us immediate political gain, and we forget that our girls in Thailand needed the necessary support because they were complaining that they were not getting allowances. And these ones, we are giving them not only allowances, but we are giving them some kind of support beyond the normal. That's why I was saying, let us not think in pigeonholes. If we are thinking of sport, let it be a government policy. This is the standard under which Kenyans will operate, whether abroad or at home.
All right. Yeah. Going back to Parliament, and this is what is being witnessed last week, since the President made this pronouncement and the kind of reaction that parliamentarians